Hi there, beautiful soul family. There's a message coming through. You've been asking if... I'm not sure if this is... I know it's like a mother figure. Maybe you was really close to a grandmother, or this is a mother that's been passed quite a few years, I do believe. And maybe they looked after you quite a lot when you was little. Because you was asking if they can see you and if they are truly proud of you, if you are failing them. And you've been asking this quite frequently. The message that's coming through is they want you to know they've always been proud of you. There's never been a time where they haven't been proud of you. And they used to kiss you on the forehead when they took you into bed. And there's a certain song, I can hear that, I can't fathom out, I know it's Dolly Parton. I'm not sure the name of the song, but it's coming through. And you used to dance together to it. It's like something like, maybe working 9 to 5, I think it is. What a way to make a living, it will get you by. Something like that, that's what I'm hearing. And you used to sing together and have a dance together while you was cooking in the kitchen. The step that you've taken, because you've made a massive change just recently. You've done something like that was really, really pulling on your heartstrings, and it's taken you quite some time to get through this certain situation. I mean, maybe it's you've either just made a move, you've maybe moved, because I'm seeing boxes, and they're showing me that it was the best thing that you've ever done. And I know it's hard at the minute, but they're saying that you're doing so well. And when you've been heartbroken at these times, they have been there at the side of you when you've been asking them to give you a sign. They're saying that there has been a sign, like something's moved. Maybe you've noticed like a picture like being moved or something like that. Maybe it's a picture of you both on a shelf. It's like a corner shelf. But she really wants to emphasise how, and I think there's a granddad there too. Just not being past as long, like more the last couple of years. And they just want you to know that the move that you've made, I think maybe you've left a relationship and you've moved. But there's where you're going to find your peace, but it's just going to take a couple more months for you to get settled in. And Rome wasn't built in a day, if that's something that they used to say. It's coming through quite strong. But at times you felt your hair move. Maybe how they used to do that at the time, you know, if you was upset they'd move your hair. But all I'm hearing is going to be okay. But that working 9 to 5. Maybe it's a new job. Maybe you've just made a big life-altering decision to start a new job. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple of these and see what else comes through. So obviously I just got my little boy to bed about half an hour ago, and then that's what's been coming through, that you've been asking for a sign. You are a spiritual warrior, creative and inspiring. You are star, lighting the way in the dark. You know light and dark are one in the same. Focus your energy on where you would like to be, less of where you don't. You understand no amount of worry will change the outcome. Go with the flow. Be the change this world needs. You have got this. So maybe it is a new job. Maybe this job was something that you spoke about doing for quite some time. And you are going to be the light in the dark that this new shift has needed. Maybe, because I'm seeing move and job. So maybe you haven't actually started the job yet. Maybe you've done the move. Maybe it's because for some of you, it's been a few months, but for some of you, see there's one particular person, but there's a couple of energies there. Maybe you moved a few months ago, maybe you're starting the new job now. Or maybe you moved because of the job that you was going to be starting. But this job is going to be where you really inspire other people. And in doing so, you've already inspired yourself, and this has shown you a lot of strength that you didn't realise that you had inside. And your family members have been like helping guide you to reassure you that this move has been for the best. And I'm not sure if you are a healer. You have the knowledge within to heal yourself and heal others. Have faith in who you're becoming. So maybe you've just, or you, maybe it's, you maybe just started a new college course, or maybe you're going to become a teacher, or maybe you started learning Reiki or something like that. And this place is going to be where everything will take off. Or maybe you've been doing that for a few months, and maybe that's what the few months is. But you chose the right path. This path that you chose, like I say, is going to show you how truly strong you are, and that you are going to be here to inspire and heal others, because you've been learning to like really heal yourself over these last few years. Confidence, yeah. Your confidence is going to grow so much over these next few months. This time that you're taking now, you know, you've been putting a lot into whatever it is that you have been doing. But it's time now for you to believe in yourself, to have the confidence needed. Because a different direction in your lifestyle is definitely what they're showing me. But they're so lovely. There was like, so funny, but could be really serious at the same time. You know, they didn't take no BS. They're just here to remind you that whatever life throws your way, you can get over anything. Like, you have gained the knowledge and the wisdom to move forward confidently. Like, they're showing me like one of those little glasses, like a little I don't know what they're called. It's like a tiny little glass, and I'm not sure if it's like sherry or port or something like that. It's like purple liquid in this little, and you could like kind of hold it with like your little finger. They used to like a drink in that. Who and what is inspiring you? Well, they're showing me that they're definitely inspiring you. Like, maybe they've been the one that's inspired you to make this move. Maybe they've been the one that has, you know, maybe that there was a nurse or there was some form of healer. Maybe they used to always have portions and things that they used to give to others. Notice who you're around when you become tired, drained of your energy. So maybe you still have some people in your energy that are making you feel tired and drained. Maybe you haven't quite recognised it. Maybe that when these people have left, you've noticed that you felt tired, but you haven't connected the dots together that each time you are around this specific person, because they're showing me that there is somebody still in your energy. Maybe it's someone that you know yourself that you've grown apart from. Maybe you just feel that they're not on your journey anymore, but you can't quite put a finger on it as to why that is. Maybe you have had the questions and the saying that you're right. You know, when you know you are going to figure this out, that there is certain people that are around you at certain times that do make you feel drained, and they're showing you that when it's happening. But you're becoming more aware now than you ever was before. This is you now because you've made this massive shift. A lot of things are going to start changing in your favour, because the shift that you did when you feared the change. You feared it. You wasn't really sure whether this was going to be the right time, the right place, the right anything at the time. But they're saying that you took that leap of faith and you went all in. And this is now why, if you're feeling like you've had quite a lot of energy and you know you've got so much done, maybe you have felt like you feel really inspired, and then this person comes around you and then you feel depleted. Well, they're showing you now that this, oh sorry, I read that. They're showing you now that this is the person who is no longer to be in your energy. You've learned a lot from them, and now your soul is ready to release them. That the contract's already done, it's just waiting for you to recognise it, and as soon as you recognise it, the contract ends. You have someone coming into union with yourself by becoming who you are today is calling in a union with another. What did you learn before? You're making way for the new to come in. Be kind to yourself. You're going through a rebirth. Rest. So maybe this change that you have had is that you recognised the people that was in your energy. Maybe you have already recognised that, and that's why you did the move. And they're showing me now that you started to close your heart off. You said that this move was going to change you, and you was going to focus on the move. You were going to focus on everything, on your experience now and who you're becoming. That you're ready to shut off now and maybe not focus on someone else. And this is why they're showing me this, because you are a spiritual warrior, and you've learned a lot. Because you have been recognising this, you have gained the confidence. You've learned that they inspired you. You've learned that the one that you're asking this question from. You know, because like I say, you always wanted a relationship, because this is why they're showing me the grandma and the granddad. You wanted a relationship like they had. Sorry, this is coming through all, because normally I'll meditate and I will get the messages that come through, but they wanted me to just come straight in the message. Like I said, I just got my little boy to sleep and everything, and like I say, it started coming through, but they wanted me to come straight into the read and do the read, so it does feel like it's all over the place, but I do feel like there's quite a few energies. Take it as it resonates, because you know, this is what I'm hearing, the grandma and the granddad is for a specific person, but also the messages that I've given relate to somebody else too, because it's a collective read. So like maybe the song didn't fit, maybe that was meant for the other person. Maybe the move and the job, maybe one was for one person, the move, and then the job. So, you know, I obviously just put into whatever context fits, you know, for you. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. But you wanted a relationship, like I said, this is what I'm seeing. A grandma and a granddad, like being together, like, you know, maybe having a dance around the kitchen, because a lot is emphasising around the kitchen. You know, maybe she had a lot of jars, because I can see a lot of jars. There's something that they're wanting you to remember. There's something that's been passed down and that you spoke about it. Because I do think that you lived with the grandma and the granddad, or you definitely spent a lot of time there, like sleeping there and such. Like, because some of us have just gone to visit grandma, but some of us also, like, I've lived with them. So take what as it resonates. But I see them dancing in the kitchen, and I see them having a laugh, and you know, they had a bit of banter, as in, you know, they'd say stuff to each other and they'd have a laugh about it, and you know, they had a really good relationship. They helped each other. Like, granddad even came in and helped grandma, you know, because I can see him draining the potatoes because grandma's wrists were a bit sore. So there's something to do with the grandma with the wrists. Maybe she had to wear, because I see like a black like glove, but it's not a glove because it's got no fingers in it, but it's something that helped her. So granddad had come in and drain the potatoes or drain the vegetables. I seen something in the sink, like granddad's coming in and doing that. But like I say, I can see like jars of things that they used to make, and I can see like a lot of plants, like hanging from like next to doorways and windows. A lot of plants. A lot of plants in the garden. You did quite a lot of gardening with grandma too. I just put that back on because it's gone off. So 2200 on the clock. So 22nd, 4th. Could be a significant birthday. But yeah, this is, you wanted this love, and you believed that, you know, after trying a few times, that these people that you kept meeting was the same energy but different person. And what they're saying is that you've learned so many things from each individual that you now take with you and have an understanding of. So they're saying that you're going to recognise that now. You are now showing, which you never did before, what you would want your relationship to look like. Whereas before you'd just meet someone and you'd fall in love and, you know, hope for the happy ever after. But what they're showing me now is that you have been maybe speaking about, this is what I would like, this is what I'd like to come into union with, but it's never going to happen sort of energy. I'll never find anyone like my grandma and granddad's relationship, that type energy. Or this could be mother and father. Because though I'm seeing them older, they're not really old. Like, not that that matters. I'm a grandma, so... But what they're saying is that because you learn all these other aspects of what you wanted and, you know, what you'd... This made you look at yourself, and you've given yourself all the things that you wanted, or you're starting to. This is like quite a new thing that you have been putting into place, that you... Because again, like I said, I'm seeing dancing, and maybe in the other relationships that you had, there was none of that. There was no help in the kitchen, unless it was whinged about. So you just chose to not ask. So you kind of started to get to a point where you just gave up with it all, and you just thought that, yeah, this is never going to happen for me, so I'm not going to put myself out there, especially not for a long time. But Spirit's saying, this is from Spirit, that if you close your heart off to love, you close your heart off to love from self. And this is why they want you to come into union with yourself too. Or you already have been doing that. You have been doing that. You started to see things about yourself that you really loved, and this is the reason why you chose, or you're choosing to now be alone. But you was always destined to go through these trials and tribulations, because these trials and tribulations are what this person that you're going to be coming into union with also has gone through the same, and they too don't want to experience the same thing. But when you both open your hearts to knowing that, you know, everything, they're showing me, write a list of somebody that you want in your life, and then become that list. So maybe you want someone to dance with, start dancing again, because maybe you used to dance a lot before and you haven't done that in a while. And I'm not meaning like going out into nightclubs, because they're saying that's not serving you anymore. Maybe you used to go out quite often, and because I'm seeing that something happened which caused the shift in the first place. Something happened where you decided that that scene wasn't for you anymore. And so you just haven't done that for a while. But you love to dance, and you love to watch others dance. Maybe there's a specific dance that you really enjoy. Maybe take that up, and maybe that's where you're going to find... Can I get some clarification on this, please? Because there's so many energies coming through at the same time. And they want you to open yourself back up to love. Because that's when you're going to find the true happiness. Because even if you're not finding the love from somebody else, you're finding that love from you again. And they don't want you to be alone. Even though they're always with you, you've been feeling alone. And for some of you, you're in a relationship. Because like I said, there's a few energies coming through. You're in a relationship where you do feel alone. Because they're showing me misery loves company. I think that's how it... Misery loves company. I don't know what that means, so please don't take offence if that is meaning something somewhere along the lines, but that's what I can hear this person saying. You may be feeling dreamy, bored, or in a stagnant relationship.